So start coming to the front of your mat. And in any kind of folding forward, we're always going to have our students have their feet about as wide as their mat. You just want to make sure when you have them bring their feet wide that they don't turn their feet out and do everything from, that foot out position. So just giving them that cue, keeping your feet parallel. The outside edge of each foot is parallel to the outside edge of the mat. Lifting up through the crown of the head, drawing your shoulders back and down, tailbone drops down. Inhaling, reaching your arms all the way up. And exhaling, pressing your hips back and folding forward. And stepping your feet back into plank with wide legs. Dropping your knees. Big toes come together, exhaling into extended child's pose. As you inhale, come forward, dropping your hips down, keeping your feet wide. Curling your toes under, exhaling, pressing back into wide leg, downward facing dog. Begin to walk your feet to the outsides of your hands. Exhale, fold. Inhaling, begin to roll all the way up, reaching your hands up. And exhaling, hands come back to heart center. This is kind of an easy version of sun salutation. We'll do that one more time. So with your feet as wide as your mat and parallel, lifting up through the crown of the head, lifting up through your heart, inhaling, reaching your arms up. Exhaling, pressing your hips back, and you can also give your students that cue of, supporting the belly as they come down. Hands come to the floor. As you inhale, step your feet back into wide leg plank. Then dropping your knees and bringing your toes together, pressing back into wide leg child's pose. Inhaling, bringing your chest and hips forward. Drawing the shoulders back. As you exhale, press your hips up and back into wide leg downward facing dog. Inhaling, begin to walk your feet forward to the outsides of your hands. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, slowly rolling all the way up. Inhaling. And exhaling, hands come back to heart center. Okay, we'll do that one more time. So one more of this form of sun salutation. Again, feet as wide as the mat, lifting up to the crown of the head. Inhaling, arms come up. And exhaling, pressing your hips back and folding forward. As you inhale, walk your feet back into a wide leg plank. Exhale, dropping your knees as wide as your mat, feet come together. Pressing back into extended child's pose. Looking to your hands, inhale, come forward, dropping your hips down, drawing your shoulders back. Curling your toes under as wide as your mat. Exhale, press your hips up and back into wide leg downward facing dog. Inhaling, begin to walk your feet forward to the outsides of your hands. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees a lot. You may want to support baby as you slowly come all the way back up to standing. And exhaling, hands come back to heart center. So bringing your knees wide apart, big toes touch, coming out into this wide leg extended child's pose. So from here, look up to your fingers. And as you inhale, come all the way forward, let your hips drop down. Drawing your shoulders back. Curl your toes under, keeping them as wide as the mat. And exhale, press your hips up and back into downward facing dog. As you inhale, drop your knees down to the mat. And look up, coming into cow pose. As you exhale, round your back, coming into cat. As you inhale, extend your right arm and left leg out. And exhale back to all fours. Inhale, left arm, right leg out. And exhale back to all fours. Inhaling, looking up into cow. Spread your knees wide. As you exhale, press back into extended child's pose. Okay, so do that again. Starting in this extended wide leg child's pose, looking up to your hands. Inhaling, coming forward. Let your hips drop down, drawing your shoulders back. Keep your feet wide, curling your toes under. Exhale, press your hips up and back. As you inhale, drop your knees one at a time to the ground and look up for cow. Exhale as you round your back for cat. Inhale as you extend your left leg and right arm out. And exhale back to all fours. Inhale, left arm, right leg come out. And exhale back to all fours. Looking up into cow. And spread your knees apart. Exhale, press back into extended child's pose. All right, so from here, with your feet wide, and this time your feet are turned out, because your knees are going to track over your feet and over your ankles. So from here, as you inhale, reach your arms up. And as you exhale, bending your knees, drawing your elbows down and back for goddess, tucking the tailbone. Inhaling, straighten both legs, reach one hand straight up. And exhale, coming back into goddess. Inhaling, reach the other hand straight up. And exhaling, coming back into goddess pose. This time, as you reach your arms up, turn your feet forward. And as you exhale, bring your hands to your hips or to baby, pressing your hips back and slowly fold forward. Bringing your hands to the floor. As you inhale, reaching one hand up as you turn to the side. And exhale, bringing that hand back down to the floor. Inhaling, reaching your other hand up. And exhaling, bringing that hand back down to the floor. Bend your knees. Slowly begin to roll all the way up. Inhaling, reaching your arms up. And exhaling, hands come back to heart center. So try that again, turning your feet out. Inhaling, reaching your arms up. And as you exhale, bending your knees, drawing your elbows down and back. Inhale, straighten one arm, lengthen through the side. And exhale, goddess. Inhaling, lengthening through the other side. And exhaling to goddess. Then as you inhale, turn your feet forward. Reach up through your fingers. As you exhale, bringing your hands to your belly or your hips and slowly folding forward. Hands come to the floor with one hand directly under your face and inhaling, reaching one arm up. As you exhale, lowering that hand back down. Belly stays facing towards the floor. Inhaling, other hand comes up. And exhaling, bringing that hand back down. Bending your knees and slowly begin to roll all the way up. Reaching your arms up. And exhaling, hands come back to heart center.